Hello all artists, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing another Artist of the Month interview with Sherrie Howard, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So what is your name?
I'm Sherrie Howard.
When did you become an artist?
Well, I was a kindergarten teacher by trade, and in about 2005, about that time, I took a class called Art for the Elementary Teacher. And one of the things that our teacher exposed us to was glass fusing. And it just really struck a chord with me.
Wow, I didn't think that was something you guys could teach.
I did not use it much with kindergarten kids, too much sharp class, but I did use it as stress relief that I needed at the end of the day. I was recently a parent that had an empty nest, and I needed something as some stress relief. And that's kind of what it became for me. So.
Well, I guess that leads me to the next question. What inspired you to be an artist, or who inspired you?
I've always loved art. I took art in high school. I went to college to become an art teacher, but I didn't stick with that program. I transferred into regular elementary education, which I've always been kind of glad I did. I kind of was always glad that I had my own class and was able to form those relationships that I think if you were the art teacher and saw different kids from different classes all day long, you might not have made that close relationship. So I was never sorry that I made the change, but still I always had the interest in art.
So I'm guessing you did go to college?
I did. Mm-hmm.
So what did you study?
Elementary education.
Okay. Well, what medium do you use?
My medium is glass. I'm not a stained glass artist. We have a beautiful stained glass artist here. We have some beautiful blown glass here, but I am a fused glass artist, which means I cut my glass. The glass comes in the colors already. I cut it and then I put it together as a collage or as a picture or as an abstract piece, and rather than welding it together like not welding, but soldering it together like a stained glass artist, mine goes into a kiln and is melted together.
I think that is the great thing about this place is that you don't just have generic, I guess I shouldn't say generic, your typical art mediums. I think it's really cool that we have a variety.
I think so too. I think so too.
How did you learn to work with that medium?
Well, again, I took that class in, I don't know, 2003 to 2005, in that time period. I took a class that was called Art for the Elementary Teacher. I took it because I needed some credit hours, and not really because I thought I would learn something that was going to become a passion. I just needed some credit hours. Well, lo and behold, I got the credit hours, but I also got what has truly become a passion for me.
So being an artist was never your plan?
No, education was my plan more than being an artist, but what I do as an artist is definitely very fulfilling and fulfilling a need that I have in my life. So.
How do you think your art fits in at the Art Center?
I think pretty well. We have, I think one thing that makes us truly successful is that we have very high-end art. We have paintings and pieces of art that cost thousands of dollars, but we also have pieces of art that you can buy for $5 or $10. And I think that makes us, especially in small town America and the Midwest, I think that is one thing that makes us stay viable. But I think sometimes people see the words on the outside of our gallery, that it's an art gallery, and they think, oh, I can't afford anything in there, when truly I think there's stuff in here that everybody can afford.
Yeah, I mean, we have a good variety of things. We have cards and spoons. But we do have the art that is worth more. But it's also based on effort and
That's
time.
right. That's right.
I think that's something that not everyone understands.
Right.
The reason art is so high is it takes time, it takes effort.
That's right.
So, but I agree. I think that's a great thing to offer at an art gallery, is be able to have something everyone can afford.
Right. And I think we have stuff in here that would appeal to lots of different tastes.
Definitely. That's why I like showcasing the art, is to just let people see. And eventually when we get through everyone will have a chance to shine.
And possibly, we'll have new people by then. Maybe you won't get done, which would be a real dream, that we could just keep on going.
That would be
with,
great.
With new people being added in.
That's I hope we can.
Yeah.
Because this is a lot of fun.
Me too.
Similarly, how do you think your art stands out at the Art Center?
I think possibly it is in a price range that local people can afford. It's not some of the high-end stuff that is very expensive. It is something that is affordable. I think the fact that I also do offer classes at my home, which is in Rising Sun, not Vevay, but the fact that I do offer classes, many people around have taken those, and so they just have an interest in the art form, know a little bit about it. I don't know, and I think just, we've just come through a very gray patch of winter, and glass just has beautiful colors. So I think it's just appealing.
It really is beautiful, the way light hits it. It was beautiful.
Well, thank you.
And I did take one of her classes. It was very good, very educational. What do you believe makes a good art piece?
That's a good question. I think if we all had that answer, we could all sell a lot of art. I don't know if I have a good answer, Bailey, because art is so subjective, and what might be a good art piece to one person might have very little appeal for someone else. So I think that answer could vary for everybody you talk to. I don't know if I have one answer that fits that question.
Yeah, art is very subjective. I think that's the beautiful thing about it.
I think so too.
It just is enjoyed by everyone.
That's right.
Even if the same piece isn't enjoyed by everyone.
Right.
Everyone can find something.
Right.
Have you explored other mediums?
Yes and no, not to the extent that I have fused glass. That kind of took my attention, and I've kind of run with it. Got a very good friend that's a very gifted painter, and has thought I should take paint classes with her. And I have interest in that, but I also have a lot of money invested in fused glass, and so far I've kind of stuck with that. But I have lots of interest with lots of the things we have here. I think the pottery is fun. I have taken a pottery class here a couple of times at the Art Center, and it's always fun. Of course, the painting, I wish I was very good at it, but again, I have kind of stuck to the fused glass because of the investment that I've made, basically.
It is. I think what you do is great.
Well, thank you.
I think you'd be able to do great in other mediums too. It's just expensive.
When you're working on retirement income, and I've got about as much invested in art as I can.
What is the most rewarding part about being an artist?
That's a good question. There are very many rewarding parts. Well, I always have this standard answer that I'll give you, that when I open my kiln, you never know when you close the lid on that kiln, and it's going to be at around 1500 degrees, and you can't really open it and look at it and do anything about what's going on in there until 12, 15, even 24 hours later, when the firing is over with, that you don't really know what you might find. So I always find it kind of like a kid on Christmas morning, when you don't know what you're going to see exactly, and there's always just so much excitement when you open it, and it can either happen that it worked out exactly like you planned for it to, or sometimes it works out that a very happy accident happened. And both things are just really fun.
Yeah. I guess that would be pretty exciting about what you do. And probably about what Bev does too.
Oh, I'm sure.
You never know what to expect and what's going to happen. So.
I'm sure.
And it's got to feel good when it goes perfect.
Right. When it goes exactly like planned, of course that's rewarding. But sometimes it doesn't go like planned, and it's way cooler than that. I've had that happen too.
Happy
And I've
accidents.
opened the kiln a few times to a total flub. Just part of the game.
Happy accidents. Can anyone find joy in creating art?
Oh, let me simplify your question. I think anyone and everyone can and should find joy in being creative. There are lots of ways to be creative. It doesn't necessarily have to be art. It can be cooking or parenting, but I think that there is something in our souls that needs to be fed and is fed by creativity. I think there's something very healing about being creative. And everyone may not be an artist, but there's something creative that you can find, that you can devote some of your time to, that will be very rewarding.
And that's something that I feel like a lot of people lose as they get older, is the need for creativity, or feeling like you should create, because it's kind of I guess some people think it's kind of a childish thing, but creativity is just good for the soul, it's good for the mind, it helps you relax, it makes you feel good.
There's something very healing about being creative, and like I said, it can be cooking, it can be singing, it can be writing. It doesn't have to be art, but just using those muscles where you're creating something.
If you could say anything to any young artist, what do you think it would be?
That's an excellent question. I guess just keep creating. Just keep creating just for the sake of being creative. I mean, you will have successes, you might have pieces or things that you don't feel are successful, but you still learn. So just keep on keeping on.
It's all a learning curve.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I mean, I'm still young, so I'm sure there's still a lot to be learned.
Well, I think, I'm not still young, but I still feel like I learn stuff all the time. So
That's what my mom says. You learn something new every day.
Well, your mom is still young too, though.
But I think there's a lot of truth to what she says. I mean, I feel like I learn something new every day.
And I
At
think
least one thing.
as long as you can continue doing that, you won't ever feel old. So,
Well, thank you.
thank you. Thank you.
So now you get to explain.
Okay. The fused glass, like I say, you cut the glass comes already colored. You cut it and you arrange it, and then you put it in a kiln and melt it together. Now, according to how hot that I program the kiln to go, depends on, I can have a piece still have a lot of texture. If you see those little buttony pieces around the side. To get that effect, I'm going to take that piece to about 1375 degrees. Now, if I want which is very nice for a piece of art, but if I want a piece that's going to be totally smooth, like if I wanted to serve out of this glass or eat off of it, both things are appropriate because almost all of the glass is food safe. I wouldn't want that kind of texture for food to be stuck on. I would want it to be totally smooth. The difference is then, this piece I would take up to around 1500 degrees and fire it for 12 to 15 hours. And then I can get that totally smooth surface. Now, everything I fuse goes flat on the kiln shelf and comes out flat like a disc. If I want it to have shape though, first I would fuse it flat, and then I would put it in a mold that had this shape, and I take it to about 1250, which only makes the glass soft enough that it falls into that mold, and then it takes the shape of the mold. So that's how I would give it the shape like a dish or a bowl. Now, this piece you can see I had a mold that was kind of shaped like a mask. That was kind of a Mardi Gras piece.
I like that piece a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Last time we were here, I commented on it.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
I really do well here at the Art Center selling pieces that have a picture. I mean, here's a little gecko and some leaves, and it's kind of a picture. It's not probably my favorite art though. My favorite art that I make, that doesn't sell as much here, so that's fine, is more abstract pieces, maybe something like that.
No, I think that's even beautiful. I like the shimmer in it.
Thank you. Thank you. So, and I can go both directions. You can cut your pieces and make a picture, flowers and a little dragonfly, a mask. You can do something more abstract. This piece I made in layers. So it's just different things you can do, and most of it comes down to the temperature that you set the kiln to go to.
Now that's something I didn't know.
Okay.
So that's really interesting.
Okay, thank you.
I really like your hanging pieces in the windows.
Okay.
I think those are beautiful. I specifically like the cardinal one.
Redbirds. That was the fun when my husband and I were on a golf cart ride and we saw this old window beside a garbage can to go out with the garbage, and I said, turn around, and I made him go back, and we got this old window. It had broken glass in it. Now I could not use the glass that came in it. That glass is not specially formulated to go through the high temperatures of the kiln. I do have to buy special fusing glass that is made specifically to withstand those kinds of temperatures. So we took the glass out of it, and then I made new panels to insert instead of the I like doing that. That's a fun thing for me, to incorporate old pieces and a lot of times thrifted pieces, like this thrifted lantern. I like to take the old pieces, I like the old patina, and I like that juxtaposition of the shininess of the glass and the old look of driftwood or old paint. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, this is a piece where I put it with a piece of driftwood, and I like that juxtaposition of textures.
And now I notice you make night lights too. Those are really cool.
Thank you.
Can I turn this on?
Yes, you can.
Those are really neat, I think. Do they sell?
They have sold very well, yes. Yes. I find a lot of people like what could just be a traditional art piece, but a lot of people would like to spend their money on something that is functional. So sometimes a bowl or a night light or a lantern that actually has a use is also a good sale for me.
Yeah, I think all your pieces are really pretty.
Well, thank you.
I also just like things that you can hang in your window, just look at,
And attract light.
and it catches the light.
The light and the color, that's what drew me to it.
Yeah, especially right now. You kind of
Right,
need that
when
color.
when it's been so gray.
and gloomy. And you have pieces over here too. I like this one. I like your little worry stones. How do those come about?
Well, those are reject pieces or broken pieces. And I just take them out in the alley behind my house and put them in a paper bag and take a hammer to it and break them apart. And then I put them in the kiln at such a high temperature that they get all smooth and glossy. And then they're just a couple of dollars each, and you can put them in your pocket and whatever you want to do with them. I don't try to tell people what to do with it, but we just call them worry stones.
I have one.
It's just a way for me to recycle when I have a piece that isn't successful for whatever reason.
Yeah. Oh, and I like this too. The monarch.
The monarch wing.
Sorry, those are pretty. I think all of your art is very pretty.
Well, thank you, Bailey.
I think you do a great job. No matter what it is, really abstract or functional. That's cool. I think it's great. And it definitely breaks up what you would think would be the traditional art gallery.
Well, thank you.
Which would be like paintings and drawings. I think it's really cool.
Thank you. It's my passion, as I said. I have 2 little grandsons and my glass, and those are the things I think about all day long.
Well, is there anything else you would like to say?
No, I think you've covered it. I'm pretty impressed with your range of questions. Good job.
I hope you guys enjoy that video. Remember to like and subscribe as it spreads the Art Center's name all across the world. Remember to leave a comment down below and explain your thoughts, feelings, and critiques. Check out the Facebook and our soon-to-be Instagram, and have a good day.